Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of RAERAEs Review, where tonight I will be discussing Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 18, Episode 16. So first, do a little housekeeping. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And like the video if you can, please. And share it with folks. Let them know what's going on over here. And the more subscribers, the better. Thank you very much. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you watch the episodes? Or do you just listen to me talk about them? Or listen to us talk about them? Because I'm not the only one, okay? But yeah, last week, child. Jen was mad, child. She done found her voice. If only she would have found that earlier. Jen went off on Tamra, child. See, Tamra's trifling. I'm just gonna say it. What happened to what would Jesus do, Tamra? Because after she got with Eddie, her new man, after sorry Simon, sorry middle word Simon. She didn't found Jesus again, or for the first time, or whatever the case time. Had a whole baptism in the pool at some country club or what have you. I mean, everybody had to wear white. It was like a big affair, a big deal. And now she is just a little terrorizing these housewives of Orange County, especially Shannon. And now Jen. Well, she tag teaming Shannon and Jen, child. She is just going, a mile a minute. It seemed like as soon as she got back from her pausation, like the first year she was kind of, easing in, trying to see what she can and cannot do. The second year she was back, child, same old Tamra. But yeah, so where they started off is where they left off. Episode 15 was when Jen went off on Tamra when Shannon told Jen about the investigation through her PI services that Tamra did on Ryan. So now they're finishing that conversation. Heather was successful in having Jen come back, and child, Jen was hot as fish grease on a Friday after about 12 orders that have been made. Child, all that catfish and whiting and cod and what's the other one I like? Whiting, cod, catfish. Snapper, we like us a snap. Ooh, the bones and snapper, child. Wait a minute. They need to do that fillet a little bit more, because sometimes you be thinking it's all good and whoop, you about to choke. Because, girl, people have been murked off of a fish bone, and I ain't trying to be that one. Okay, back to the OC. I'm just saying. Okay, Tamra, girl, what is going on? So pretty much Tamra was like, wait a minute. She was letting Jen let off. She was, pretty much impressed on Jen's hostility. She was like, yes. She was very passive aggressive, but she was letting Jen let off, as Jen has every right to, from Jen reading the text. Apparently, that weren't all the text, according to Tamra. Now, peep this. Tamra said she was getting intel on Ryan because of the checking his credentials based off of some lawsuit. Let's see, where did you say lawsuit was? Let me see. Let me check my notes, child, because these notes don't lie. Let's see, it's some international timeshare being built. And pretty much the issue or the lawsuit that was actually won by those who brought about the lawsuit was collecting the HOA and not building them at all. And girl, Tamra said people went to jail. OMG, was it prison or jail? Because, you know, it's a difference. I think it may have been prison. You know. Anyway, so pretty much Tamra was like the entire text would incriminate Shannon, which is why, as per Tamra, Shannon only showed that part of the text, just showing Tamra's involvement. But Shannon was involved by pretty much initiating the whole, well, we have to find this out. You know how Shannon can be. Well, she starts going off and shaking her head, and we have to, her voice gets high. We have to find this out. We have to. I can see it. I can see Tamra's point. And also I know Shannon be lying sometimes. I'm sorry. We just gonna put that on out there. Shannon always telling the truth, just like, you know, the night of her DUI where she was lying to the popo. First of all, you're not supposed to lie to the popo, but certain people can and get away with it. Just saying. She thought she could. But when you hit the side of a house and you got blood on your face and your car is indicative of the accident, child, like her neighborhood don't have cameras. Girl, bye. Anyway, Tamara was like telling Jen, you don't know the whole story. And Jen was just mad that Tamara did it anyway. But if Jen would have really listened to it, it would have, I don't think Jen would have been that upset. But Jen was already pissed off at Tamara because Tamara was going off on her, calling Ryan, you know, BYTCH. You know, like, first of all, again, I've always said this, BYTCH, I'm spelling it wrong on purpose. You can't call me that or my man. It's, girl, you call my, I'm shaking my head left to right. If you call my man a female dog in front of me, girl, you best to be good 15 feet away. Because I got a long reach. I'm 5'10" and a half, and my arms is long. I played softball all my life. I know how to swing, batter. So I said, and I was a fielder, so I know how to stretch and grab that ball and then pummel it right to second base or maybe run them in the home. Girl, I never got somebody. Ooh, tangent. I never forget this. We was playing ball. What was this? Junior high school. And it was our rivalry from the park, Raleigh Park in Gardena. Hey, shout out to Gardena. And we was playing, and I caught the ball. I was right field, caught the ball. And then, you know, when you're on base, you can start running as long as you're on base to get to the next, you know, to elevate to the next base or run home. So this girl thought she was about to score on one. Girl, you don't know who she didn't know who she was messing with. They was like, throw it home. I saw her running from second, rounding third without stopping after I caught the ball, not the kid. And sure enough, got that heifer out. Ooh, she was mad too. She thought she had it. Anyway, okay, I think I share that story because I was always proud of myself. Ooh, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so yeah, so Shannon, apparently, according to Tamara, didn't show Jen all the text because Shannon was pretty much egging Tamara on to, you know, find out more. So yeah, that's that on that. But Jen walked away hot as fish grease. Still, she was, and she gave Tamara a little bit more later. Anyway, this part is a little boring. It's gonna be real quick. Shannon, her two daughters came from France to have lunch with her on her birthday. Woo! Anyway, next we got Heather, Tamara, and Gina having lunch while Emily, Jen, and Katie are having lunch. So we're gonna have this back and forth. You know how they film one and go to the next and film, and they show the next group of ladies and they keep going back and forth like ping pong. So that's how this conversation part gonna go. Okay, so like I said, Heather, Tamara, and Gina having lunch while Emily, Jen, and Katie are having lunch. And they're both talking about the background check situation. So Tamara says, well, Katie says, Emily's kids don't like you, Heather. And apparently it came from Katie's daughter babysitting Emily's kids one day. So pretty much, Katie told Tamra during a lunch, it was Katie, Tamra, and her daughter. I forgot her daughter's name. Did I write it down? Let me see. Anyway, she like 19. So Katie was pretty much egging her daughter on to tell this story about Katie's daughter babysitting Emily's kids and then mentioning that they don't like Heather because Heather is mean to mommy. Child. Ain't that nothing? So anyway, production plays a little background when Gina, Tamra, and Emily was having lunch discussing it. Oh yeah, during Tamra telling Heather that, Gina was there, right? And because it was Heather, Tamra, and Gina. So that's when Tamra told Heather about the lunch she had with Katie and her daughter. And Gina was there. But when Gina was there as Tamra is telling Heather about it, Gina did not mention the part that she heard stating that no, that's not true. It was something totally. So my thing is, Gina, you're gonna have to voice your opinion and speak up because Heather already done told you because of what Katie said about Heather calling paparazzi to catch her and Terry in special moments outside, and Heather saying that's not true. But if we remember, Gina is now saying she never told Katie to tell Heather, but the production, I remember Gina was telling Katie, you need to tell Heather because I'm going to have to. So which one is it, Gina? And now Gina is withholding information from Heather because she was there listening to Katie's daughter tell the story. Now, child, I don't know about Gina. Like I said, Gina was quiet when Heather found out. I wonder why she was quiet. Anyway, so Jen is talking to Ryan and giving him all the lowdown about Tamra and what she said and everything. And he was just like, I'm done with her, and you should be too. And Jen was like, yeah, I am, pretty much, pretty much what that mean. Next, we got Shannon. Child, so now they're all going out. And Shannon is constipated, child. She ain't seen Old Day Toilet in about 3-4 days, maybe 4. And I'm like, girl, you eating all that bread, you drinking. I ain't seen you drink no water, not near vegetable. And you upset about your stomach. Everybody knows the food in Europe is not all that. Girl, you got to make sure you have about 3-4 vegetables because they love to serve you some meat. Child, I'm just saying. And I believe Emily said it too. The food out there is not the best. So you gotta, circumvent that type of stuff. Get you a smoothie, do something. But I'm pretty sure it's all that alcohol and bread we always see in her stuff down her throat. So anyway, Emily announced they're having some etiquette class that Heather set up for them to have before they go out somewhere. And Shannon came in talking about she constipated. Emily announcing that she has defecation problems. Apparently, she needs some Imodium AD. So they need to just get together and kind of rub cheeks. So maybe they'll both get each of each other's symptoms. So better yet, Emily, eat you a banana. And what's her name? And Shannon, just eat you just get a gang of red apples, or gala apples, and go to town. Apples were shown up. Well, I know they do for me. FYI, TMI. But yeah, Shannon needs some apples and nothing but vegetables, and Emily needs a couple of bananas, and they'll be all right. Anyway, the etiquette class was kind of cute, but they were still, being them, kind of disrespecting the situation, but it was all netiquette, just all netiquette, child. Anyway, so Tamra called Shannon a liar and a drunk when they got into it. Tamra is yelling. folks is looking at the table. That's when Jen goes off on Tamra again, like I said, giving Tamra the business after talking with Ryan. I guess a little pumped her up a little bit. And pretty much Jen was like, I don't need you, and because I'm better than you, and yada yada, and at least my kids love me. And so, I'm surprised that wasn't made an issue. I'm pretty sure it probably will be on the reunion, but maybe next episode 17. But that statement right there was a little harsh. But then again, that's what these ladies do. Even in the most ritziest parts of the country, it ain't just a ghetto, but these ladies are ghetto. I'm just saying, everybody on this show is well, Katie, I haven't. Katie and Heather, yeah. But the rest of them ghetto. Now, what else was on here, girl? Yeah, Jen got her mojo. Next, we see Jen and Katie bonding. Oh, how cute. Shannon is sick of Tamra. That ain't nothing new. Tamra says to Heather that Shannon wanted Taylor's husband to investigate if Gina pushed Travis down the stairs, and Gina should know that it was to be done for the reunion last year. Now, they were showing clips, news articles, and stuff about it from whenever it happened. I ain't heard nothing about this on the internet. So apparently, Travis fell down the stairs. That's what it was. Travis's ex-wife, the one causing problems. That's the reason why Gina needed for Travis to move out, because it was too much going on with his ex-wife interfering and always calling, just pretty much adding, insult to injury and just getting in the way. Apparently she's some psycho ex that can't leave him alone, and whoever he with is going to get the business too. So that was pretty much what Gina said prompted all of what was in the press. And so because Shannon heard that info and she was investigating it and wanting to use what's her name? I just said it. I had it written down. What's her name? Taylor's husband, who is an attorney, to get a private investigator to see if that's really true. Because like I said, Shannon wanted to use that for reunion's sake last year. And child, when Gina found that out, I'm about to get into that in a minute. So next we have them all coming together for a meal. And Shannon feels better. She finally got, a couple of enemas in, and they did the trick, and child, she felt like she delivered a baby. I've been there. I never forget, many, many, many moons ago, it was right similarly after I had the birth of my son, long time ago. And I was, at work in a whole other unit, taking a break or a lunch, and I felt like I needed to go. And child, I was in that laboratory for a good 30 minutes, and luckily it was right across from a pharmacy. I had to go to the pharmacy, child, and get something to relieve, because it was like it was there, but girl, I had never experienced nothing like that. But they said that's, that can happen because your body's getting back to normal, and things are starting to, whatever has accumulated. Just bottom line is your body is getting back to normal, and things are, situating. And pretty much, child, I know what she felt. I know exactly, because that's what I said. Am I having another baby? You know how you think something going on, they left something in there. It was just all kinds of thoughts going through my mind, child. I was real young when that happened. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Shannon got all that mess out. And so they pretty much talk about the text, and Gina texts Emily about Shannon and whatnot, not what. And then that pretty much prompted all of that to come out. And Tamra tells Emily about Shannon's, PI on Travis for the last year's reunion. And pretty much, this is all happening at lunch. Of course, they always have to do it at some restaurant, some public place where they have to really embarrass themselves. And then Shannon wants to talk to Heather in private. And again, Shannon is talking to Heather about why is Heather disclosing a conversation she swore Heather to secrecy about on camera. Of course, production plays what Shannon is talking about. Again, Shannon, you now to Shannon. Now, one thing is to Shannon's defense. Heather was like, "You never told me it was just between us, but in the productions, playback, throwback, Shannon did say to Heather, this is just between you and I on camera." And Heather's like, sure, I will never bring this to the group on camera. So I'm thinking, does Shannon think that, or does someone tell Shannon that what she's saying on camera, mic'd up and everything, is not going to be on the show? Because were you sauced a little bit? I'm just trying to figure out what makes you think what you're saying on camera ain't gonna be in the show, especially if it's juicy. Shannon, you are 60 years old. I just thought about something. Well, not thought about when I was watching this review, taking my notes. Both Shannon and Karen are the same age with the same issues. Ain't that nothing? Child, don't let me turn 60 and doing all that mess. Watch out when y'all turn 60. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So Shannon talks to Heather, and Heather is just befuddled that Shannon is bringing this up again. She was like, listen, I am sorry that I did again, like she did say last year. And I never imagined that with you discussing this on the podcast with, what's that man's name? I forgot, Jeff Lewis, also talking about it with other people, because other people are talking about the same thing that you're talking about, that I would never imagine that me telling the group was the issue. Again, I'm sorry. Heather's like, girl, I know Heather's sick and tired of this. Anyway, again, like I said, Tamra tells Gina, and Gina, as soon as Shannon and Heather get back, Gina goes in on Shannon. So Shannon, what is this about you hiring a PI to investigate me and my man? And then that's when Gina went off. She was just letting folks know, from henceforth, I will not be dealing with this type of mess no more moving forward from henceforth. So whatever it is, say it now or forever hold your peace. That's it. That's all. No more will I take any of this from none of you. I know that's right, Gina. She's sick of y'all. And then pretty much Shannon got upset because her and Tamara started going back and forth. And again, Tamara's calling her a liar and a drunk. I think Tamara's projecting, because when Tamara get on that sauce, anyway. So before the birthday cake come out, Shannon gets up and leaves. She is sick and tired because she can't say what she want to say. She can't do what she want to do. So she leaving. That's pretty much the thing. If you can't control yourself, you have to remove yourself from a situation. That's textbook anger management. Not that I've been through anger management. I'm just saying it's just obvious, because every time she gets so upset, she leaves. Everybody's like, no, Shannon, leave, please. Don't leave, stay. And then as soon as she leaves, about 30 seconds later, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And then the only person to take the cake, no pun intended, was Tamara. It's like, yeah, I'm taking it, happy birthday. So, child, I'm going to need Shannon to stay there. And just like she told Jesus Jugs in their face, I don't care what you have to say. I'm not even interested. That's what she needs to do with Tamara. And she needs to really own telling stuff on camera, trying to swear people to secrecy, thinking it's going to be a secret. Or, I don't know, is production telling her that this ain't going to air? Because that's the only thing I can think of as to why Shannon would even think about saying what she's saying or being upset with Heather when she told Heather all this stuff on camera. Anyway, that was it, y'all. That was it. Real Housewives, Real Heifers of Orange County, season 18, episode 16. We're gonna find out what's going on. I think Thursday night. So, like I said, this will not be 4 days late. I'm gonna put this out no more than 48 hours from premiere. So they air on Thursday. You should have it no later than Saturday. Hey y'all, thanks again for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and share. And I will catch y'all later. Happy Vlogtober.